Hello and welcome to part 24 of Mount and Blade Warband. This is going to be post-commentary because it's the only way I can figure out how to get this to actually work. But hopefully that means I've solved my sound issues as well. And right now the plan is to recruit some more men so that we can retake Gerb Castle and get my men back from in there. I will try not to put any spoilers in here, because obviously I know what's going to happen. And I've been trying for nearly a week now to get Fraps to record my voice again, and I can't figure out what I did to stop that. And it sounded like my mic popped a bit there. I'll just move it a little bit. So hopefully I will get that figured out. But for now it looks like I'm stuck with post commentary. Yeah, I think I do fight these forest bandits here, because obviously I've just got a load of new recruits. I want to get as many battles as possible so that I can level them up and get some XP for them. It's a bit strange watching my own video and not having the commentary. Looks like I just gave up on those bandits there, because I recorded this particular video last night when I thought I had my voice settings finally recorded. And if I remember rightly, it's the Nords and Vegas who I'm at war with. And the reason I'm so desperate to get my hero units back is so that I can appoint a minister and a diplomat, so that I can try and make peace with some of these other kingdoms. Because it's not good being sandwiched in between two guys who both want to eat my face. And yeah, I've got a load of crap to sell. I'll probably, I've got to do that now at Durham. And I just want to give a little shout out to Revocane. He's just had some surgery done, so wishing him a speedy recovery. He's always been a big help to me. Helped me with setting up my channel and such. Gave me some tips on like how to record, that kind of thing. And a shout out to My Name Is Not Lily for pointing me in the direction of the Voltron army. It's an awesome forum. I'll probably put a link in the description if anyone who's starting or wanting to start their own Let's Play channel. It's all the questions you could possibly have are already on there, already answered. If they're not, you can just sign up and make a new thread, post what you want to know. There'll always be someone with an answer. There's a lot of really good top tier Let's Players in there. The likes of Revocane, My Name Is Not Lily, Plump, Variax, Jeff Major. So something I'd actually been meaning to talk about a few times while I was doing my Let's Plays, the strategies I like to use for each kingdom. My strategies for the Nords and Saranid are pretty much the same. For the Nords, it's just get as many Huskarls as I can, backed up with a few archers, and just run at the enemy until I'm there, and then chop stuff. Just get there as quickly as you can. And for the Nords, obviously you want the Huskarls. For the Saranid, you want the Mamluks, backed up with a few infantry and archers. And I don't really have a strategy for the Vegas. I don't like using them. I don't know why, just whenever I try and use them, I can't seem to get any results. For the Swadians, I like to have my cavalry flank and have infantry sat just in front of the archers, who should hopefully be sat on top of a hill, and have them just rain down crossbolts. And then the cavalry charge from the side while the infantry charges from the front. The Rodox is a really simple strategy. Get on top of a hill, stick your crossbowmen on, and then just have a big shield wall in front of that with the infantry, because the Rodox have the big board shields. And for the Khergits, you can't really have a strategy, it's just one big cavalry charge. I'm not a huge fan of the Khergits either. My favourite factions are actually the Nords and the Rhodoks, because they don't have cavalry. And it's really easy to set them up. You just put the archers behind the infantry, or run at the enemy, depending on which kind of strategy you want to go with. I think I go to chase this guy here. Yeah, I do. Yeah, he runs in the castle, being a little coward that he is. Lots of sea raiders. I think I'll farm some of them in my next video, but right now my top priority is to retake Jerb Castle. Well, not retake, but to take it in the first place. It actually looks like over 100 of the men in there are just raw recruits and footmen. And what I'm going to do so that I can retake Jerb Castle, why do I keep saying retake? So that I can take Jerb Castle, is get out my best men and just dump the crappy recruits inside of the castle for defense. The good thing now though is that I can have game sound in my headset, so that I know to stop talking when I hear sounds that are too loud. And I am pretty much just taking anyone that I think will be useful at this point. And it still leaves quite a few men inside the castle for defense, even though a lot of them are quite crappy. I think this is the biggest army I've ever actually had on here. Well, on this video anyway. I have had bigger armies, like on my own, when I've been playing my own files. Time to besiege Jerb Castle. And it's going to take 90 hours to build a siege tower. So I'm going to have to be careful. Make sure I don't get ambushed by like 70 bazillion Vegas. As you can see, the smaller lords really don't pose a problem. They're too scared to come near me. And of course, that guy wants a feast. Well, that's just not going to happen. And they have more than double the amount of men I have, so this should be a fun fight. Need a faster horse, or a horse like a charger or a war horse, something with armour on, so I can just plough through the infantry. I haven't decided which way I'm going to go yet. Something I think I figured out, I'm not sure if this is true, someone will probably know, but a castle's income, I think, is based on the income of the village that's linked to it. So obviously if a village keeps getting raided, it can't bring its goods into the castle, and there's less people in the castle because there's less people in the village. I think that's how it works. I could be completely wrong on that. Getting into this pole arm here, this hafty blade. It's a good weapon because it keeps you out of range of a lot of the infantry, apart from obviously the odd pikeman or spearman. So it just gives you that little bit of an edge when you're outnumbered, as long as you're not up against like 1,000 missile troops. Reinforcements there, and obviously I blocked that guy's lance because I'm a huge derp. It had actually been a while since I've played this properly anyway. Playing with fire and sword, the next game to this one. Trying to get a feel for that and whether or not I want to do a let's play on it, because I really don't enjoy that game as much as this one. The whole muskets ruin it a little bit for me. But that's personal opinion. Some people might prefer fire and sword. Probably find talking a lot about Skyrim after this video, so I'm getting my Skyrim tomorrow. I'll get mine a day early, because I'm awesome. And no, I won't be doing a let's play of Skyrim, because honestly there's too much to do in Elder Scroll games. I would never get through a let's play of Skyrim, because I like to explore and do everything I can do. Honestly, I don't think I would have the attention span or the patience to do an entire let's play of Skyrim and do the game justice. And there will already be like 10,000 let's plays of that video up by midnight tomorrow. And I've got over 1,000 channel views and over 1,000 video views. I'm not really doing this for the subs and for the views, but it is nice to know that people are watching. If I remember rightly, I pushed the wrong button there. I've got a really itchy ear, but I'm trying not to move the headphones to put a load of like staticky background noise type stuff in there. And I'm gonna have to here. And that feels so much better. Instead of putting a link to Voltron Army in the description of this video, I'll probably just put one on my channel so it's there permanently. But yeah, they have helped me with quite a few issues. So I think I will just leave that on my channel description permanently. I forgot about this part and I lost my horse. That's never a good thing when you're surrounded by the enemy, especially when there's this many of them. looks like the enemy are actually retreating already. But obviously this fight is going to be more than a single round because of the sheer number of men that were in it. I think those are Boris bandits or Vega recruits, one of the two. He's not allowed a horse. He's not good enough. And you've seen quite a few of my horsemen be killed by their king, King Yarolak or whatever his name is. Big pain in my ass. As you can see, I'm quite badly outnumbered right now. But that doesn't mean I'm giving up. If they want me, I'm going down swinging. And I just knocked unconscious the king there. Which means they're all running. And of course I don't have any ranged weaponry. So it's just down to me and my spear here. By the way, that hafted blade is now called Steve. I have decided. I've grown attached to Steve. I think I'm going to keep him till the end of the Let's Play unless he gets stolen from me. And that's the end of round one. Me and 2 Kurgid horsemen survived. I had 24 men killed and 22 wounded against 77 kills. You can't grumble at those odds, although they do still have more than twice my number. No real strategy in this one once again, it's just a just run at the enemy and try and kill them kind of fight. Damn archers, I hate them. We need to kill them all anyway. I am actually using a separate voice recorder here, so if I can find out the way to set the hotkeys for this voice recorder, I might be able to do live commentary again. I really hope I can, because that way I can have game sound and live commentary. So who knows, I hadn't actually thought of doing that until just now. Something I'll have to look into once I'm done doing the commentary for this video. These guys are retreating already, or at least chasing one of my guys who's retreating. Neither of us has too many men on the field right now. I have one less now, and a whole lot more. Now is as good a time as any for the jester's thought of the day. Another look into the twisted workings of my mind. And, my thought for the day: what would Willy Wonka do if he didn't have a chocolate factory? These are the type of thoughts that pass through my mind on a daily basis. I'm running out of things to talk about here. I'm not fond of post commentary, so hopefully I find a way to set a hotkey for this recording software. I'll be quite happy if I do. And it looks like we're just about at the end of round 2 here. Not many men left on the field for either of us. Steve didn't get nearly as bloody this round as he did last round. He was completely red at the end of last round. And yes, Steve is a he. The reason he's a he is because he penetrates a lot of people. So he's a bit of a man. Or would that just make him a giant deadly dildo? Steve the Dildo of Death. And I think that's Steve's official title from now on. Steve is the Dildo of Death. Must have ran out of batteries. So I decided to switch to my sword here for some reason. Sword's not getting a name. I'll probably trade it up. I tend to change my weapons and armor quite a lot. But, Steve the Magic Giant Dildo I'm definitely keeping. Let's see. I had 17 men killed. Killed a lot of them, but once again, they still have nearly more than twice as many men as us. But obviously, at the end of each round, I'm allowed a higher ratio of men on the field than the previous round. Knock more of their lords unconscious, which means the tactics stat doesn't come into play. I'm not sure if I've explained the tactics stat, but basically it means you're allowed more. The higher your tactics stat is, you're allowed a higher proportion of men to your enemy. I now have it. Is that 25 or 35 charisma? 25. Completely dwarfs all of my other stats. And it does look like the enemy are down to their more shitty men now, like footmen and recruits. The odd skirmisher by the looks of it. Whereas all my men are quite decent apart from the odd one or two who are just militia and recruits themselves. But that is making up the bulk of the enemy force right now. said I wasn't. I did get Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3 just so that I can. I want to find out what happens in the storyline. So I played Modern Warfare 1 and 2, and I want to know what happens to Captain Price and Sword. There's another game I'm looking forward to. Comes out not too long from now, I don't think, anyway. We'll have to start looking into release dates and such for, is Mass Effect 3. Because I've played through 1 and 2 again, specifically for the purpose of transferring my character over from those two games. Obviously it affects the timeline and the history and such, and what characters are alive. And that is the end of that battle. 250 men against just over 100. And we kicked their ass, and we captured their king. And freed that guy and his epic beard. You can go and you can take your beard with you. And obviously, I am going to refill my number from the rescued prisoners, so that in the next video I can take Jerb Castle. And I mean, at this point I will take anything that's spare that I can take off this guy. I'm assuming this was that guy's forces. Put the mine now. And I'll take all that loot to sell. I really should have done this off screen, but I completely forgot about it. And I can't afford to upgrade any more men. I'll probably just sell that crap off screen at the next nearest city before I start the next video. But